What is up? Today is day 18 of being a youth travel intern, and today we're going to be doing a Q&A. Let's get it started. You guys sent in a bunch of questions, and I'm going to answer all of them. If they're bad, it's your guys' fault. Question number 1. How was your experience in Tehachapi? From Nevaeh? Thank you, Nevaeh, for this question. It was great. I learned a bunch of cool things, and I got to hang out with a really, really cool group of people almost every day. I would say if you guys could do one thing better in Tehachapi, it would be to get an In-N-Out or a Chick-fil-A, because that was horrible. I don't know what to do. That was I didn't know what to eat. I was out of ideas. So, question number 2. What was your first encounter with God? I wouldn't say there was a super big first one, because I think he's been speaking all my life. But I would say if I had to get one that I could really remember, it would be the time that I showed up to church. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what my foundation was. And he gave me a group and a community to talk to me. And I think that's a good way that God can work. He can work through people, and he can work through a loving community that loves you well. And that's exactly what he did for me. Question number 3. If you could go to one state and spread the gospel for the rest of your life, it can't be California. Where would it be? I don't know. I love Colorado. I like Grand Junction. I like that area and how beautiful it is. So if I had to be there and spread the gospel, I would hope to be in a really pretty place. But if it wasn't a pretty place, let's go to the most lost place. I want to go somewhere where everyone needs Jesus. They're yearning for Jesus, but they don't know how to yearn for Jesus. Ding. I forgot to say the second one was from Ashley, and the third one was from Micah. Let's get on to the fourth one. Fourth one is from Yvonne. What is your middle name? Justice Joseph Jones. Middle name, Joseph. Pretty tough. JJJ. What heck? Question number 5 from Kayla. How did you decide you wanted to be a youth travel intern? So this is a lot longer story than it needs to be, but I will abbreviate it and say that I had dreams where I was dreaming of being a youth pastor, and I had encounters with God through prayer with other people saying that I should be a youth pastor. And just the way that my youth pastor loved me, the way that she took me in, and she opened her house up to me when I needed a house to stay at, or whatever it be, she was there for me, and she paid for me, and she did all the things that she needed to love me in the right way, in a Christ-like way. So really, I got encountered by other people to want to be a youth pastor. God encountered me in a different way. And so my youth pastor set me up for this internship, to do this entire internship and go to all these super cool places. So that is the semi-abbreviated reason. I would love to lead the next generation into a Christ-following centered youth group, and just get to know people in a different, radical way. Number 6. All right, let me drop. From Lucas, I think your name is. Do you still rock climb, and what is your main goal for yourself spiritually? No, I do not still rock climb, because I am way too busy. But my main goal for myself spiritually is the simple line of break my heart for what breaks yours, God. That simple line. Just because I want to be brokenhearted for the lost people of the world. I want to be sent out to the one out of the 99 and bring them back to the 99. So that is my main goal. I want to feel for the broken and the lost, and I want to bring them back to Jesus and give them that redemption that is called. Question number 7.
Okay.
Haven, what is some of your favorite ways to spend time with God? I think the simple, reading a book called the Bible. You know what I'm saying? But I actually do love to watch Bryce Crawford on YouTube and listen to his videos while I read what I'm reading that he's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Because he's a really good breakdowner. You know what I'm understand. I
Nope.
also have a study Bible, so I love to go through this study Bible and read all throughout it because it just asks questions and then answers the questions, and it's really cool. Number 8 from Alfredo. Do you think you will ever rock climb as a hobby again? Yes, 100%. If you guys do not know, I used to rock climb a ton and now I do not. But I will be rock climbing in the future, just not right now. I'm super busy and I'm also super broke. Youth interns don't make money, so can't do it now, but I will in the future. Question number 9 from Quinn. What is your favorite kind of chip dip? I've never thought about this. This is a really hard question. I would probably say salsa. Number 10 question from Devin. How can we be perfect? The answer is we cannot be perfect. We are imperfect. The only perfect one is Jesus. And I think it says in Romans, in essence, that we know the righteousness of God. How can you know the righteousness of God, know who God is, and still sin against Him? So there's something of like, we want to try to be perfect. We want to make the baby steps to be perfect and progressively more and more be like Jesus, try to be like a perfect man. But the honest truth is, we're never going to be like Him. We're never going to be perfect, but we want to make the baby steps to do that because that is a way that we can love Jesus, because we love Him because He loved us first, and out of obedience of Him loving us, we are going to love Him back. So in that way, it's kind of us following who He is and listening to who He is and following out a different plan, if that makes sense. I don't know if it does. Question number 11 from Nola. What is your favorite part about following Jesus? Have you guys ever seen the trend where it's like bare minimum or princess treatment? So I like to say that like God dying for us was the most incredible thing He could have done. Like, He cared for us and loved us in a different way. And not only that, He cares for us in a princess treatment way. Like, it's nothing that He does is bare minimum. He gave me a community that loves me. He speaks to me every day through this. He is always loving me. He gives me food on my plate. Like, this guy is an incredible God. He shows up in a different way, that He didn't have to do. He really didn't have to show up in that way. So favorite part is how He loves us. Question number 12 from Eden. What is the point of life? The point of life is to follow so closely to Jesus, to be real, to be His best friend. Because if you die, you're going to go to the courtroom and you're going to get called to account for everything you've done. And He is going to ask you for all the sins you've done, like all these things, right? And you get to say, I tried to follow you the best I can. And that's enough for you to be eternally in heaven with Him. You get the grace of His love, to live eternally with Him. So the simple answer would be to follow closely to Jesus. Everything He says, bring Him to every conversation, everything. He is the point of life. Jesus is the point of life. Question number 13 from Landon. What is a verse that has kept you going? Philippians 1:21. For to me, to live is Christ and to die is gain. I think the simplicity of He controls my life. That's what keeps me going. The idea that every day He provides me because I am living for Him. To me, to live is Christ. He gives me a plan every day, and that is what keeps me going. I'm not gonna lie. Is the pushing factor, that I get to follow through with Him every day, and then if I die, this was the best part. I gain something. If I die, I gain something. I gain heaven. Gain an eternal relationship with God. Yes, please. Thank you, Landon. Question number 14 from Amy Jean. What is the place that you're most excited for on your internship? Is basically what she said. I would say Maine. I'm going to Maine, and I'm so excited for that. Ask me why. Noah Khan, Maine song. I have to listen to that when I get there. Also, I've always wanted to go traveling, and Maine sounds really cool. Question number 15 from Emma. What is your favorite on the road food? My favorite on the road food would probably be, I don't know, let me think about this.
One eternity later.
Okay, you know those donuts that are the white donuts that are in those like baggies at the gas stations? Gas. I love those on the road, and I would pay for them any day. Question number 16 from Avon. What is a word that you received in prayer that still sticks with you? I had to think about this one for a minute. Probably there was one time where someone prayed for me and they said, "You are worthy to be loved." And I've heard that twice in my life. Um, and I could not believe it for a while. And it still takes a long time for me to even settle with that. But all thanks to Jesus, He's really settling that in my mind, and realizing that He loves me and I am worthy of His love is pretty heart wrenching, crazy to me. So, yeah, thank you, Jesus. Question number 17 from Devin. What do you have to say about Tyler Loop, the Baltimore Ravens kicker? Um, he's a rookie. He's a rookie. He failed us, but he's not going to do it again, because if he does it again, he's never going to play in the NFL again. I promise you. I will find a way. I will find a way to get him off that team. I promise you. If you guys do not know, let's roll the clip real quick.
Snap good. Hold it. The kick is no good. It is wide right. And the
You see that? That's what you call a tremendous fumble. Thank you. All right. Next question. Number 16 from Fina. What is best, the easiest, and the hardest part about being a youth travel intern? The best part would probably be being with the youth kids and teaching them and getting to know them. I think that was tremendously different for me. I just love doing that. Leading the next generation to Jesus is something I love to do, and giving them advice and showing them the Bible, just like the whole shebang. Easiest would probably be the simple reflection day. I get to raise my hands and just be simple and be simple minded. I'm gonna use that word 3 times and throughout the entire video because it's great. And the hardest is a lot of stuff comes up when you are digging through the goodness of God. A lot of rocks come up, a lot of bad things that you have to deal with God and really bring that to Him. So just a lot of stuff has showed up with me that I have to give to God in a different way, which is pretty good, but it's also really hard. So number 17 question, also known as the last question. What is your favorite ministry moment? I would probably say there was one night where I got to speak a sermon at Tehachapi, and just watching everyone come up. The sermon was about trusting God and about faith, and how you use faith every single day. When you cross the street, you use faith. When you're eating candy, you use faith. You use faith in everything you do. And seeing like all these kids come up for that sermon and want prayer for that and want to receive God and know God, and open up their hands and be like, hey, like, God, I want you to speak to me. I want you to reveal yourself to me, was truly my favorite part about ministry, favorite moment in ministry. Yeah. Thank you for watching this Q&A. I know you guys had to sit here, watch me hit this table, give some slow answers, maybe stutter, maybe tweak out a few times, and I hope you liked it. And if you did like it, you should follow me and give a like and give a comment. Talk about what I talked about. Maybe I'll answer in the comments some more questions, follow-up questions. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be sending another video probably soon. Can't forget about the verse of the day, Luke 9:20. But what about you? He asked. This is Jesus asking Peter. Um, who do you say I am? Peter answered, God's Messiah. I think that's super important that we know who God is. Who do you say God is? Because he's pretty cool. We love him. Okay, bye guys.